My name is Linn Dorin. I'm the principal of Global Finance Strategies. I'm located in New York, but we have offices in New Delhi, Beijing, and Rio, and Nairobi. Just opened that in 2016. Essentially, localization of aid is moving funding from development donors, or any source, frankly, to local organizations or local governments, rather than flowing it through international organizations. The purpose is to have ownership at the local country level. Countries should be setting their strategies, should be building capacity, and that's the importance of localizing aid. So we, a year ago, did this report and talked to 50 experts in the development field. We talked to donors, international NGOs, and local NGOs in a variety of countries. We also did a survey, a key informant survey, to get quantitative data so that we could understand the order of magnitude of a lot of these opinions. Key findings are essentially localizing of aid is happening. It's a trend that's going to continue, and that many donors and most recipients, the number was really staggering, it's in the 90 percentages, are really worried about the capacity of local NGOs to be able to use the money effectively from an operational standpoint. Lots of complexities in managing that funding, and you want to make sure that local NGOs have that capacity. Well, I would rather not make an opinion on what are the priority areas. I don't think that's my expertise. I'm a finance and operations person, and India is certainly a leader in the emerging economies. They've led in a variety of things, and one of their leadership areas is establishing a corporate social responsibility program. That is local money going into local purposes. I think there's concern, and certainly in the people that we spoke with, about the absorptive capacity of many of the local NGOs and the local implementers to use that money well. And so I think it's particularly relevant for India right now to continue to lead, to build that capacity. And that's why we're here to talk about it. My colleagues and I, with our office in India, are absolutely committed to helping support the transfer of all the knowledge that one needs, whether it's CSR money or development aid money coming out of, for instance, USAID, the ability to comply with all of the complexities from doing a proposal, which is rather difficult at times, to grant reporting, to procuring, to essentially showing value for money. I think the challenges are broader than one sector. I think that the challenges we've found are that donors, first off, and with good reason, want to show value for money. To do that, you have to collect a lot of data. You've got to be able to be sophisticated enough to answer those very important questions, and that takes capacity. Donors want to know how your money is being spent. They want to make sure it's protected and there's no risks attached to it. And so lots of grant reporting mechanism, lots of procurement and compliances that have to take place that take sophisticated understanding of first the regulation and then how to implement it at the local level. Those are key challenges if you've got staff that have never at all used that money before. I myself was in that position 20-something years ago when we first got USAID money, and it was a challenge to build the capacity in my own organization to do it. And so I think my colleagues and I are committed to transferring that knowledge to other organizations so that they can have the capacity to do it. The one key thing I would say is we want to make sure that it's an efficient system. And so I hope that as we continue the dialogue, we can look for innovative solutions to do this better. And so that's whether donors potentially harmonize some of their requirements so that it becomes easier and it's not very different requirements amongst all donors, or two, whether there's a way of sharing the knowledge among a lot of stakeholders at the local level. Could you build centers of excellence so that many NGOs could share the same infrastructure? I think we have to be talking about that as a field because it will save time and money. Yeah, again, I wouldn't want to offer an opinion about which areas in healthcare are underdeveloped in India, and I think that's for those that specialize in that. Again, I'm a finance and operations person, and what I want to do is for all sectors, for all problems where development has to occur, provide the infrastructure to support those efforts efficiently. Well, all I will say is that I think India has led in a variety of ways, and I believe it will continue to lead in implementing programs, both as a recipient and as a donor. I think the CSR program is a hallmark. I know it's relatively new, and you're still wondering what the impact is, and I think certainly there are things that probably could make it have greater impact. But I think India is a model for the emerging economy, and that's why we're so happy to have an office here to participate in what's happening.